Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, That's all that I can say. All that I can say. Oh man, where's it? Okay. Coldplay. Yeah, I said Coldplay. Man, oh man, oh man. If your name is Andy and Kristen, you wish you'd be able to crawl under a rock and just never come back up. If you're these two, you wish you had you wish you could just man. Okay. Now that is a way of getting caught. Man, that's a way of letting your spouses know that you are not happy. I'm not happy, so I had to go outside of the relationship. And in fact, let me tell you something, spouse. Let me tell you something. It's not my fault. Wait a minute. I saw this article because I was preparing some stuff for this live stream, right? And I had to take some notes. I said, "Am I going to use this? Am I not?" And in this, it says, where's it at? It says in a study, super drug. Now you know with a wait, wait a minute. With a study by a super drug, right? And what they did a survey, and they were saying that 18.6% of European men cheat. Then they said 14.4% of European women cheat. Then they said 3% of American men cheat. I'm like, what? What? Now, some of us will say, wait a minute. Did you by any chance talk to my ex? Did you talk to my ex? Because he cheated. He cheated or she cheated. But however, there was this it wasn't really credible, but I thought it was an interesting read. And they were stating that certain percentage of men, what was it like? I think it was like 20% of the men do not consider having intercourse cheating. That's not cheating. No. You're walking down the street and you fall into something. That's not cheating. No. They don't consider it cheating. But the interesting part is they never asked them that if your partner were to fall in and have intercourse with somebody else, would they consider that cheating? So normally, when the person is doing the cheating, they don't consider it cheating because it's them. But when you flip it and they're being cheated on, oh, the whole world is, oh my, okay. You know what I mean. You got it. You know what I mean. However, these people, Andy and Kristen, man, oh man, oh man. The only thing that I can say is, oh man. Now, he is the CEO of a tech company called Astronomer. He's a CEO, and she is the chief the chief people officer. In other words, human resources, right? Human resources. And the interesting part is that 37% of the people, when they're on the higher level, they cheat, and they normally cheat with the people that they work around. So they work for the same company. He's the CEO of the entire company, and she is the head person of human resources or the office of people something. Now, I'm thinking, oh my goodness. Now, there has to be some kind of clause to where you're not supposed to have any relationships with people that you work with. And him being the CEO, he most definitely knows. No, there are no relationships at all. I could only imagine the fallout of this. The president or the person that owns the company, because the CEO is a chief operating officer. It doesn't make that person the owner of the company. It just makes him the person that runs the company, the executive part, making decisions. Whoa. And for her, whoa, that's some big incomes. Now comes, do they keep their marriages? And they look quite comfy. But however, people are writing about this. I mean, and it happened to be Coldplay song called Jumbotron. Oh man, oh, their city say Jumbotron, Jumbotron. Wait a minute, Jumbotron, Jumbotron. Oh no, no. And then what made matters worse was Martin on Coldplay, the lead singer, said it's either they're having an affair or they are very insecure or shy. I'm like, whoa, okay. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to make these articles quick because I don't want to just boggle you down with articles, but I want you to know that there is info out there. Okay, where is it? And now here. Okay, here. We're going to actually get into the real, you can see them because they look very comfortable together, right? Okay, alleged after being caught kissing cam. Man, oh man, oh man. A romantic Coldplay moment quickly turned into a viral chaos after a CEO of a billion dollar artificial intelligence startup, oh my God, was caught at a venue kissing Cam, snuggled up with a chief people officer. As the blast reports, Andrew Byron, the CEO of AI company Astronomer, was attending a Coldplay concert at a Gillette Stadium in Boston Tuesday night when the cam panned on him sitting with his arms wrapped around the co-worker Christy Cabot. Oh, Lord have mercy. The moment captured in real time, thousands saw them at the stadium. Massive scream left the executives visibly stunned, since going viral. Okay, look at this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right.
Oh,
come on. You're okay?
Look, he ducked. Oh, my goodness.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Oh, my good. That's all that I could say. Either man, oh, man, oh, man. But according to Daily Mail, Byron appeared to exclaim, "Effing hell, it's me," upon realizing that they were live on the big screen. Cabot responded with a calmer yet equally telling, "This is awkward." Yeah, as the pair quickly turned away from the camera. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would never want to be in their shoes. The frontman Chris Martin didn't miss a beat, cheekily addressing the moment on stage. Oh, look, these two, oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. The viral video It's a man, oh man, oh man. That's all that I can say. Now, let's go ahead and go beyond this, because there's more to this than just simply meets the eye. Okay, what made these two get together? Okay, what made them get together? Something within their marriage, their lives brought them together for whatever reason. Now, I got another article that's going to get into the reasons why people get into relationships. They step out on their marriage for whatever reason. So this person, oh my goodness, what is that? Now, this person is a therapist saying the reasons why people cheat. Is this it? Let me make sure I get the right one. Okay, yeah. Why do people cheat? Let me go ahead and bring that up. Make sure I get the right one. Okay. The surprising people why people cheat according to couples therapists. Now, I thought this was quite interesting. So they're saying that, have you been cheated on? And I got to say, most people can raise their hand and say, yes, I've been cheated on. Or most people can raise their hand and say, I did the cheating. Now, not many people are going to say, I cheated. Nah, unless if they are comfortable with themselves, have healed the reason why they were out there cheating, whether if they're comfortable within their skin and not doing those activities anymore. No, they can say, I've done that and I'm no longer that person, right? So now statistics are sparse in terms of how many people cheat on their partner. One study says it's up to 40% of couples experiencing cheating, but the data on the infidelity is notoriously unreliable. Hello, cheaters. Lie. True. And we do not know. What we do know is this. There is no one reason why people cheat. There are, however, several common causes, and many of them surprising. Here are the main reasons why people stray. Well, they're depressed. Okay. Over the years, I've met many men and women who, with types of mild and chronic depression. Dr. Joel Black, assistant clinical professor of psychology of Hofstra Northwell School of Medicine. These folks push their past despairs and functions day to day, they push past their despairs and functions day to day, but they do not mean they're functioning or feeling well. Okay, so they got day-to-day stuff, what they're dealing with, and that is what that is. People go through whatever they go through, and an affair acts as a distraction to their emptiness they feel, keeping them from facing what's really going on inside. It's exactly so much so that their brain can begin to pump out dopamines and norepinephrine and serotonin and neurotransmitters to produce what's attracting to someone. When you're attracted to someone to which, not so coincidentally, and that right there is chemically reproduced. Okay, I'm depressed and I need something to get me past this, and you get with somebody and then they give you hope and You go through all these things. Now, some people say an affair is an exit strategy. Yeah. When you're with somebody and you don't have the heart to say, hey, I don't love you anymore, but I'm going to embarrass the hell out of you. And I'm going to cheat with everybody. And I might even cheat with your sister. I mean, or I might cheat with your brother. I just want to be away from you. This is not what I thought it would be. When we said I do, you said this, and none of that happened. Okay. But some affairs are unconsciously a tactic of withdrawn from the relationship without having to utter a word. Some people don't want to be seen as a bad guy. Others avoid conflict at all costs. So they subconsciously sabotage the relationship. I had one man who went on vacation with his mistress, telling his wife it was a business trip. Block say he sent his wife a card and left a critical E in the note, which, okay. Now, cheaters want to change. I think, and this is just simply me, I think cheaters, they stop cheating when nobody wants to be with them. I mean, if you go to clubs, right, and you see that older guy who dances faster than the music, he don't want to go home to his wife. He wants to find something young. No. Nobody's giving him no play. Okay. So cheaters want to change. I don't know. But some experts theorize that from the evolutionary perspective, men are driven to sow their seeds, so to speak. In many experiences, certain people, most of the men, are predisposed to need variety, says Block. Even if they're having scads of schmecks with their partner and they continue to shop around, and you can go ahead and have as much schmecks with your partner. I mean, overdo it. I mean, from sun up to sundown, keeping him busy, and he still strays. Right? So says, no matter what the person is, he's going to do it. Right? Now, here's an interesting one. And I think this right here leads more towards women. They crave attention because a lot of times men come home, they want their dinner, their feet rubbed to relax, and they want you quiet. And I want to talk. My friend Karen said this, and Debbie said that, and Patricia said this, and I felt like this. I don't want to hear that. So, women, namely women, need that attention. Now, I'm not saying men don't. Men need attention too, but there are two different types of attention. Men just need to be looked at and revered. Oh. Right? And women I need you to hear me. I need you to hear every word that I say. Yeah. And here, the cheaters was at the wrong place at the wrong time. These okay. Okay, while most people are happy in healthy relationships, they don't have affairs no matter what the circumstances. Sometimes cheating does happen. Affairs often when temptation and opportunity intersects, so Block says. Okay, right. And what's interesting, because I was talking about this about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I was talking to guys, and one thing the guy said was the opportunity was there. And I'm like, okay, the opportunity was there, but did you have to take it? And they were like, well, yeah. And it leads into another one because they have their woman with whom they love, but they want to try it with a redhead and a brunette and a blonde and a brown hair and a sandy blonde and a redhead and a orange, whatever it is. And she's black, she's Hispanic, she's Asian, she's white, a variety. He's like, I want to taste the rainbow. I'm like, okay. That's all I can say. Okay. So so you have a fight with your husband and you go out of town to out of town conference and you drink a little bit too much with your dinner, and your adorable coworker smiles and says he's been attracted to you for ages, and he asks you, I'd like to take a moonlight stroll on the beach. If you just had a bicker and your husband, or if you're gonna right up to the room after your meeting, and I think, and this is just me, I think that there is more of, how can I say, more of the fighting part. And I think the fighting part is more of a way to cause distance, to fight, to go be with the person who you really want to be with. And you cause a fight because you like, I don't know, you like her to be on your toe, on her toe, and spin around, whatever it is. But I don't know. I'm just a little and they want to stay in a marriage. Okay, they do. Okay, so yes. Okay, Block tells a story of a couple that has a severely disabled child. The husband was dreadfully unhappy and he felt divorce was not an option because of the needs of the child. Okay. Because most men would get up and leave. Men would leave you with the disabled child, see you, don't want to be you. I mean, they do that. And he got his emotional and schmexual must-haves met elsewhere and stay married. Man, that happens. But I mean, I just, now I'm looking at these people right here, right? Kind of mean to do that. Okay. Okay. Now I'm looking at these people here, and I'm sitting here thinking, what was it about their marriage that made them come to each other? And it looks like that, just looking at that picture right there, that them having intercourse isn't cheating. It's not cheating. They're just having intercourse. They're having needs being met that their partners or husbands or wives are not doing. Just a thought. But this happens. Unfortunately, it happens. And I thought this was kind of interesting. This one, Psychology Today. Robert Weiss, PhD, a licensed social worker, and he makes some interesting assertions. Right. Let me bring this last one up. So why people cheat on a partner they still love. Now that right there is something that I will never, ever understand. Why would you cheat on the person that you're still in love with, right? Now, infidelity is not always the result of a bad primary relationship, and for some, cheating on a partner is a way of exploring repressed parts themselves. I was like, what? And sometimes cheaters struggle with self-esteem. Now that right there, that right there is a bit much. So you have self-esteem problems, and the thing that you're going to do is go jump in bed with somebody else because you have self-esteem problems with yourself. So you find it in a comfort of someone else's arms that you've been with this person, and they know your ups and downs, your good, your bad, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, and you just jump out there and say, my self-esteem was low, so I had to be with that person. Okay. All right. And I'm going to skim through this just a little bit. Okay, after nearly 3 decades of treating individuals who cheated on loving partners can tell you the absolute certainty that infidelity is not always the result of a bad primary relationship. In fact, much of the time, the cheaters I work with tell me that they love their partner. They find their partner attractive, value the relationship, and they do not want to damage the life that would end their significant others they have created together. Yet, still in my office because they cheated. They betrayed the person that they betrayed the person they love in the worst possible way, and the relationship is in turmoil. They betrayed their partner, no longer trust a single thing they say, and the worst thing is they said and done in the past. The entire relationship is in question. The cheater sits in my office wondering why they did it and why they endangered the most important facet of their life. And I gotta say, I find that interesting. Why do people cheat on the one they love? They don't want to leave the relationship, but they cheat on them. Now, is that the insecurity or the self-esteem issue why they do that from the other article? I don't know. But for me, I think because people are greedy, as one guy told me, a guy that I have known for a long time. Uh, Fidelity wasn't his strong suit. Being faithful was not in his vocabulary. If you look in his dictionary, you go through F, faithful, skip, fidelity, or the other way around, right? And it sort of skips. Fidelity isn't there. Faithfulness isn't there. That's been taken out of his dictionary. He just, I gotta have as many women as I can, and they don't even have. And the wild part is this: the women don't even have to be attractive looking. They just gotta serve a specific need, and it's normally something triple X rated. That's all that I'll say about that. Right? Okay, and yet they're in my office because they cheated and betrayed the person that they love in the worst possible way, and the relationship is in turmoil, and they no longer trust them. If you say you're going to the store, no, you're going to go over there, go see that cockeyed heifer. I know you were. I don't believe you. You said that last time, and you were in her bed. Or you think I'm going to believe that you're going to go down to the car and go get your gym bag that you went to the thing? No, woman, I don't trust you. You're probably getting ready to go to the next door neighbor, go get a quickie. It doesn't end. But of course, it's not just cheaters yet. I'm sorry, it's not just cheaters who want to answer this question. Betrayed partners also want to know why. Often they've invested a great deal of time and energy to build the best possible version of us. And now that version of our life has been shattered. And yet their self-esteem and their ability to cope with one's life on terms may also be shattered. I mean, yeah, especially if you have given up, and then I would say the person that was cheated on, they start having self-esteem problems. Now, if the person that cheated had self-esteem problems, which, okay, but the person who didn't have self-esteem problems find out that the world that they built and believed was true, and that this person was only with them and only them. And people come up and say, yeah, your man is over there cheating with that cockeyed girl over there, or your woman is over there cheating with that guy who has a bad hairline and his hairline is all the way back there. He's cheating with, I mean, and you're like, oh no, my boo, my partner, my man, my old lady would never do that. And yes, they're over there doing that. And that, I mean, just the level of silence that go, like when your life is shattered like that and you find out that your spouse cheated, the silence that's in your brain is just so definitely quiet. It's so deafening. It's like your whole world has been uprooted and it's not what it used to be. It isn't. How do you come back from that? Because that person led you to believe that what you have was true. What you had was true. And you had the comfort in knowing that your man or your woman was by your side, and you are his Bonnie to his Clyde. He's your Clyde to his Bonnie. The two of you are two of the same coin. And where he goes, she goes. Where she goes, he goes. You never see them apart, and you would never see that he cheated or that she cheated, and especially when it's somebody that you know, that may know the family, that may live down the street from you, that may be your next door neighbor. I mean, oh, the deception is real. And you would never see it coming. While other people see it, everybody out there sees that your man or your woman is cheating on you, but they never say, yo, girl, your man is doing this. I'm not trying to break up anybody's marriage or relationship, but he's doing you dirty. They never tell you that. They only tell you after, when you find out, yeah, he been cheating with her for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. You were dumb. That many, or yeah, she been cheating with him for a couple of years. And but here, the 8 reasons people cheat on somebody they love. Okay. Self-exploration. Okay. I married a blonde, but I want to explore a brunette. I want to see how her feet look. Insecurity. I mean, I don't get that. I mean, are you with a person, you married a person that you thought was okay. You got with a person that you thought that you could do better, and you got with that person because you got with a person because you believe that you couldn't do any better. So then you got a plain Jane, and next thing you know, a 9 or a 10 starts talking to you, and then you become insecure with the person that you're with. Or you're just simply insecure, like, oh, could I get that person? Oh my goodness, if I can, wow. I'm with a 6 and the 10 is looking, I don't know. The appeal to transgressions, it was already in you. These cheaters are like children stealing cookies from their moms, saying that they what they can't have. The the forbidden nature of the cookie makes it extra desirable. Fidelity is the same. Okay. Unresolved early life traumas. I don't know. I don't like that one because you're like, okay, my life was messed up early on. And because I lived in poverty and I was bouncing from house to house, now I'm going to cheat every chance I get because I did not have a stable early life and my traumas, whatever it was, I got all the time and I was misbehaving. I don't know. The life not lived. I wanted to go to all these countries. I want the country hop, but instead I got with you and you got pregnant. I had to marry you. Let me stop. Unrealistic expectations, wanting to feel the intense emotions, probably some X-rated stuff, some triple X stuff, and inherent selfishness and entitlement. Now, I believe that. I do. But I just find all that quite interesting by these people right here, and their whole lives are most definitely on Front Street. On Front Street. You can't make it up. You can't stop it. You truly can't. But